We are live. Hello. Short stream. I don't plan on being on too long. Okay. Uh-oh. I kind of hate this mic. Hey, I'm good. How are you? Kind of hating this mic. It doesn't really affix to this table very well. Of course, it's plastic. I could switch out this table. That's like another afternoon project, which I'll probably do tomorrow. Son of a gun, dude. I don't understand it. Like, it doesn't clip very well. It's a fucking poor design. It's just a poor design. I mean, granted, this thing was on sale, but like, at the same time, how much does it cost to make a part that and you can just affix something? It just doesn't. It just doesn't want to stay. Stay. Shoot. There goes the. Oh boy, talk about technical difficulties. I'll tell you what we'll do though. We're just gonna free ball it here. Can you come out? Not that one. I removed all my lives? No, I didn't. This is cumbersome, to say the least. I don't even know why I tried to use this mic stand stuff. Okay. We're gonna park this. No, actually. Guess I lost another bit of plastic that was on here. Oh well. Oh no, I see. It folded. Unfold it. There we go. Exceptionally well made Chinese products. Fantastic. All right. I have to heat that up. Might have to heat that up to get that to stick again. Coconut cream. Yes. Coconut cream with the nerves. Yes. Eight viewers. Hello. 8 viewers, 0 likes. Start somewhere. Okay. Yes. Well, if you're after that sort of thing too, the watermelon is actually better. If you eat the white of the watermelon, the white of the watermelon and cucumbers are basically the same thing. Cucumbers and watermelons are related. So yeah, I personally prefer the white of the watermelon. It's a little juicier. Yes. Yeah, man. I mean, all of Agenus's works are out there. You can just go You just go read about it, you know? Um, yeah, so let's see here. Alpha Gal. Yeah, I mean just do the diet. I don't really think it's kind of like a big deal, you know? It's not really something I'd pay attention to. I don't get it. You're allergic to me eating meat? What? I never met anybody who had this problem. So I don't know. I don't know. It just seems like silly to me. Someone says they're allergic to meat because they got a tick bite. So, yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, I haven't. Yeah, Alpha Gal. Alpha, what a gal. That's why they named it that. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't really done a video in a while. I have a few recorded, but that's about it. Cheese. Let me show you my cheese. Let me show you my cheese, guys. $6 a pound from the herd share. I get like you know I don't know 6 pounds and worth it. Um, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm checking the weather which honestly it's easier to do on my phone than the computer. I don't know why. It's just I've got the app. It comes up like 2 clicks instead of typing it in. So yeah. Anyway, hello from Thailand. Hold on, I have some technical difficulties here. Okay, there we go. Um, do I eat raw garlic? I put it in sauces sometimes. Mammal meat. Yeah, I don't know. It's sus. Mike is quiet. There we go. That should be better. I didn't want to blast you guys because I'm hand holding right now. Oh, there we go. That's the mute button. It's not a. It's like a touch. It's not even a touch. It's like a wave. So that was a problem. That was a problem. Yes. Good morning from Thailand. Yeah. Increase nutrient flow. Hot water bottle, yes. Or take a hot bath. That's the move. Weather's raining. It's going to keep raining. So I. Yeah. The hot water bottle helps, but honestly, a bath is better for some reason. I don't know why. Like my wrist, I sprained my wrist, this side of my wrist, the tendons. Um, happened about a month ago, and um, it was pretty bad for about a week. Like I couldn't really grip or like lift anything. But now it's getting better. But it's just this side of my arm, these tendons. But I've been eating, fish and chicken and doing the loop formulas that have really helped. Um, hot water bottles at night. I'll probably do one tonight. Sounds nice. But yeah, it just takes time. I've been doing stretches and strengthening too. More stretching than strengthening, but I really need to. Like, yeah, it's this ball joint right here. It's so that's what I've been dealing with lately. I just sprained it. So, what recipe can you make for red meat? I don't really. What's up, llama boy? Um, you can get raw dairy in Thailand, yeah. If that's who I'm thinking it is, former client. He gets dairy pretty easily. They deliver it, or he picks it. I don't remember. Ketchup is a good sauce to add. I don't really. Excuse me. I'm kind of lazy, man. I just eat the meat. Little butter, maybe a little honey. Wash it down with a little milkies. That's all I do. There's sheep, by the way, from the herd share. And that cheese, 6 pound blob of cheese. It's really good. It's so good. It's my favorite cheese, honestly. Mmm. The sauces are pretty good if you make them right. And following the recipe book is not really making them right because they don't taste that great. You have to make some adjustments to your taste. So, I mean, they're a good blueprint, but I would taste it before you finish making it and then see what you need to add. Sour cream with honey is a great snack. I've been doing sour cream with grapefruit all winter, basically. Thing with hot bath is it doesn't focus on a specific place. No, that's true, but focusing on one place isn't really a big deal if you're in the tub because it helps your whole body. It just gets everything flowing more, I think. If you're just using a hot water bottle like on your hand, it helps a little bit, but the bath helps healing more. Last time I followed a sauce from the book, it didn't taste good. Yeah, exactly my point. You've got to finesse them. You have to finesse the sauces so they taste better. How do I get fruit without pesticides? You go to a farm and pick it yourself. You picks where they don't spray. Go earlier in the season, or if you're at the store, get a fruit with a hard peel and peel it, and don't worry about it. That's what Augenis said, which I understand. I totally agree. Yeah, I'm trying to do some more forward growth. In my bones. Make a video about calisthenics on the primal diet, please. It's not really any different on than like on a regular diet. It's just better. Prosciutto with cream cheese. Mm. Salt, but yeah, I used to enjoy prosciutto and melon. Prosciutto, cheese, and melon. Yeah, that was tasty stuff. Yeah, when I was in Italy, I bought some melon. The funniest thing that happened though was it was this little grocer in Sicily in Messina, and I picked some things out. I didn't know you had to memorize the price of the melon because I went to the register and the lady was asking me in Sicilian how much the melon was, and I was like, I don't know, which is kind of weird because like in America, you don't really like they're not going to trust you. Like they're going to have the prices recorded. But this lady was like, "Well, how much was it?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know. This is your store. What do you mean?" So anyway, there was a line full of people, by the way, and I'm holding it up. She's got to go back there. Oh, it was embarrassing. But yeah, that prosciutto was hitting with the melon, and I got some cheese. I think I was eating Padano cheese or pecorino, something like that. Yeah, after a long day of training, I was drinking like a Powerade and prosciutto, the melon, the cheese. I got some arancini around the corner. Oh, it was so good. Organic lemons from the store. Yeah, those are okay. I mean, I juice those. You might want to wash them off, but I don't. I don't. I just made a bunch of juice today. Celery, beets, carrots, dandelion greens, parsley. I should have washed them. I got them from Whole Foods. It was organic, so I should have washed them, but I didn't. It's whatever. I'll put a little clay in there, a little cream and egg. Cheese and grapes. Yep. Concord grapes for me. Concord grapes are the best. I don't think the mic is picking up on me chewing. Yeah, this is sheep. I'm pretty sure. It's good, regardless. Hmm. It was mostly the meat. It was mostly because of the meat. The produce is like any other produce you're going to get at a health food store or an organic store. It's a lot of the same organic farms and stuff that supply these supermarkets. So, you know, um, I was there because I got a Prime membership. I had to buy some things. I got a $2 Prime offer. Saved me $7 in shipping. So I get oysters there, right? On Fridays when I have my Prime membership. I don't always have it. But they have a good array of oysters. The Kroger I go to, 69 cents a piece, great deal. But it's just Blue Point, so I like to mix it up. Sheep does taste different. I can't explain how, but it doesn't taste like lamb, really. I'm really digging the sheep. Actually, I think this might be pork. I don't know. I got sheep and pork. It looks the same to me. It tastes kind of the same too, which I guess is a good thing because it's all raised perfect. So, okay. There we go. Um, right now I'm just mainly eating the tuna because it's $1.50 a pound. And I get beef about once a month, twice a month maybe. I probably won't go get meat. Well, no, let's put it this way. I should be out of meat by Saturday when I go to get milk. So I'll probably get some beef Saturday next week. And then I probably won't buy more. It's between the herd share, the fish market, and then the butcher. That's mainly where I'm getting my meat now. Milk getting a little sour. Is buying chuck roast from the supermarket and grinding it okay? Yeah, I mean, it's all right. I mean, I don't know. I mean, people are worried about fat and toxins from the meat, but honestly, the meat is sprayed with chemicals. Like the meat is sprayed with toxins that are not from the animal. So I don't know, man. I mean, you just gotta like weigh your options and make the best decision for you and your wallet. Like, I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, I'd probably pate it because if you grind it and you store it, it's gonna just turn into high meat faster in like 3 to 4 days. Which I don't like that. Some people like that. I don't like that. So I would just cut up what you need as you need it. Buy a roast, and then cut up the roast as you need it, like as you go along. Keep it in a bigger container, or keep sections in a ball jar, big ball jar. The half gallon are great for that for meat. They'll store half gallon, spares 4 pounds of meat. Stores 4 pounds of meat. A quart jar does 2 pounds of meat. 2 cups of meat is a pound, pretty much. So there you go. If you scrape the meat, yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe most of it, but like I don't know. It just I just watched people spray this meat and they just spray it and it just drips dry and like I don't know, man. It's messed up. You can you can do what you want, but I don't know. I just prefer not to eat sprayed meat now, which is another reason why I like fish because Um, they don't spray fish. Fish does not get sprayed. So, and the tuna is 150 a pound. It's kind of a no-brainer. So, I like that. I hear a stink bug. I hear a stink bug buzzing around. I need to get rid of this. Um, I don't have a car and only access to a grocery store. What should I get? You should get the fresh meat. You should get the fresh meat. Do you think too much knowledge is a burden? Yeah, I've said that before. Knowledge is a burden. Wisdom helps lighten the load. I've said this like 22 times. A Whole Foods organic beef bone marrow. It probably comes from an injected animal. I wouldn't eat it. Only way to know is to source the farms. You just have to talk to people. You can't talk to me, guys. I don't know. I don't know where all these farms are. You just have to ask the butcher. If you have meat questions, ask the butcher. Can I get the farm's contact information? That's who you want to talk to. I don't know what to think about what Whole Foods sells or what the supermarket sells. My inclination is no, but I could be wrong. But you just have to take the time. You just have to take the time to ask questions like I do. That's all you have to do. It's not hard, guys. You just have to talk to people. Said that like 33 times. Yeah, I should have said that number. All fresh meat was previously frozen. Sounds like Aldi. Yeah, I mean, you just do the best you can. Just too much work scraping the damn plastic shards off of it. Yeah, I agree. I don't really scrape my meat for plastic. I should, but I don't. I should, but I don't. Um, bro is killing me with the ads. Well, um, killing you with ads. Here's another one. How's that? How's that? You like the ads? I'm just gonna spam ads now. We're spamming ads. That's funny. You're killing me with the ads, bro. Spam, spam like 3 ads back to back. It's funny to me. Yeah. Well. Oh, stink bug. Didn't kill him. Usually you flick them and it kills them. There we go. That was a good one. You flick a stick bug, it kills them. I don't know why, but it works really well. So, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's tough to find fresh meat, but it helps. I mean, frozen meat just doesn't taste very good, honestly, especially if it's been frozen for more than like a few weeks. I ate frozen meat, you know, off and on first 2 years on my diet because I would go to this butcher that was really good, and I would just like stock up on a lot of beef, and yeah, and then I was like, this isn't that great. It's like I can just buy fresh meat. I found another butcher. S- Well, this was actually a processing facility. Sometimes they had fresh meat. They usually had some fresh cuts, and then they had like frozen stuff too. But it was really cool. Like they would just like cut me off a ribeye. I'd be like, "Oh, do you have any ribeyes?" Like, oh, we might have some in the back, and they would just like cut one off for me. It was like fresh. It was pretty awesome. It was good stuff. I don't care about taste. I just want to heal. Well, if frozen meat is helping your health issues, I would say it's not bad. Um, it's not as good as fresh, but if it's helping you, it's helping you. Keep doing what you're doing. Frozen meat can be more detoxifying though, and that's another reason why I've been eating the tuna because it's like sushi grade tuna, so it was previously frozen, but it's a cold water fish ish, so it's okay. It's not great, but it's fine. But I'm after more detoxification, honestly, not at this point. So especially for my bowels, which I've been noticing. So it's been working pretty good. And the cut of tuna I eat is Maguro Chi. It has a lot of vessels and arteries and blood vessels and stuff. So it's very red meat. In fact, they sell the yellowtail and the other kind, the hamachi and the other tuna, the red tuna and the pink tuna. And usually it's just the red tuna they have out there, but they have the yellowtail tuna out there as well. And I bought it because I thought it was bad. I was going to give it to the dogs as a treat, and it turns out I was like smelling it. I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, this is like yellowtail." Darn, because that's like my favorite. But the spine meat was so red, it looked like the other tuna, and the other meat around it was pink. And I thought the other meat had gone bad because it was on sale. So I kind of missed out on that. But you live and learn. You live and learn. They didn't label it properly either. They didn't label what kind of tuna it was, so that was on them. Um, Let me do this. There we go. Well, with the tuna, you have to watch out for a chemical they add to keep it red. No, this is high quality tuna that isn't chemicalized. I'm pretty sure they have to label that as well, like they had to do with salmon. There's a food coloring they give to salmon, so I think they have to label that with tuna as well. I've only been eating raw meat for 2 weeks. Um, I mean, honestly, you should just try dairy. It's yummy. If you like milk, go get milk. It's good. 6 viewers, 1 likes. Thanks for watching the stream, guys. The eyes and the pineal gland are a more important gateway for the body to absorb sunlight than the skin because there are people with many different tolerances for skin and sunlight. Could be. Could be. What's up, Jim? When I drink sugarcane juice regularly, it gives me regular good appetite for raw meat. Amazing. Glad to hear it. I had crazy intense headaches first week eating raw meat. Yeah, I mean, it happens, especially if you cut out salt. That's a thing that happens sometimes. I um what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the salt. Some people cut it out. Mm, some people don't. I don't have salt is not I don't like salt. It doesn't make me feel good. I never liked salty foods. So, yeah, I don't, some people say, "Oh, just eat salt, man. It's so good." You don't know what you're doing. You need salt. And it's like, "Well, dude, I don't know, man." Like I eat sushi and it kind of gives me a headache. From what? Maybe the salt? I don't know. Probably, but like every time I eat sushi, I get kind of a headache. So, how often do I drink Gerolsteiner? I haven't had a Gerolsteiner in months. It's been like 2 months, I think. I did buy one at Whole Foods. That's the best place to buy them. It's like $3.19. I've got one in the fridge chilling. Um, Probably drink it tomorrow. I almost drank it today. I was doing some yard work, but I cracked open some milk, and that was nice. And I just didn't really have the thirst for Gerolsteiner. Also, I've been sipping on whey from this cheese. For those of you who joined late, this is my cheese wheel. $6 a pound from the herd share. It's just a it's just a plain farmer's cheese. Careful little piece for you. Yeah, just a little piece of plain farmer's cheese. It's spongy. It's light. It's really good with honey. It's so good with honey. It's just plain pressed curd. No rennet, no starters, no chemicals, no heat. Just plain pure cheese. It's so good. It's my favorite, honestly. What does it mean if your appetite is down sometimes? I mean, it depends. It could be that you need more juice. It could be that maybe you're just kind of full, like your body doesn't need to eat. It could be like maybe you were eating something a little more nutrient dense that wasn't as filling. I sometimes get the urge to chug Gerolsteiner since it's one of the best feelings all the time, but I'm worried it could dilute my stomach acid. Chug the Gerolsteiner, bro. You only live once. Definitely worse things you can chug. As long as you're not going to eat meat in like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, you're fine. If you're going to wait 30, 40 minutes to eat meat, or it's like 1 hour post eating meat, go ahead and chug the Gerolsteiner. Maybe you wait 2 hours, but after meat. But, before meat, like just, let's say you're working outside, it's hot, you come inside, you go to the fridge, you open it up, that cold wave, that cold industrialized wave washes over you. And then you see a Gerolsteiner It's already starting to fog up because it's hot and humid outside, but it's nice and cold in the fridge. You grab it, you caress the white label like a beautiful white Agarthian, um, you know, female or something. Well, no, female. Let's be real here. And then you just crack it open, right? You twist it. That cap comes off. Psst, it starts bubbling. You put the Gale Steiner up to your mouth. You feel the carbonation bursting out, just tickling your lips before you even take a swig. And then it hits your mouth, and you're like, it's just so cold, and it's just the best. You take a little sip, and then you want more. And so you take another one, and another one, and another one. And then you just, like, you just take like a cup. You just drink like a whole cup. It's like a third of it. And you're like, oh, yeah, that's good. That's okay, man. You got to live a little bit. You got to live a little bit. Godus never emphasizes importance of fresh meat, so I'm sticky with my nutritionist expert opinion. Okay, well, whatever. Milk doesn't age you, by the way. That's stupid. Milk is delicious and yummy and good for you. People like Face IQ don't really know what they're talking about. Or Godus. Milk doesn't age you. What's your opinion on iodine and thyroid? Important. The leafy greens and the vegetable juices are a good source of iodine. You can get dried seaweed, nori. That's a good little snack at the end of the day. It's like a salad. We could eat it like chips. That's what I do. I've also been experimenting with like my Diet Dr. Kelp recipe. I've been experimenting different ways to like cold brew kelp tea and drink that in place of vegetable juice. So that's some good things. I'm getting too neurotic about how to do primal diet properly. I'm gonna go watch some Godus and clear my mind. See ya. Well, that's not gonna clear your mind. That's gonna pollute it. But okay. I love raw milk. Me too. Raw milk is great. Milk, cheese, cream. Yeah, it's all good stuff, man. I don't know why people would say it ages you, dude. I just want to eat raw liver and eggs. That would suck. That'd be awful. Just eat liver and eggs. Miserable. 10 viewers, 13 viewers, 3 likes. Thanks for hanging out. I know this says gaming stream. I just forgot to change it. I'm too lazy. And I'm kind of handicapped now because I'm having some issues with the mic. And I need to switch out these tables. I need to get a wood table in here so I can make a firm fixture for this mic so it doesn't fall over. What a pain. Anyway, if you had to choose between fresh milk, non-chilled, and milk same day versus fermented kefir. Oh, definitely the non-chilled milk. Yeah. The fresh milk from the cow is the best. Always. Because kefir doesn't really it does become more nutritious through fermentation a little bit, but the fresh milk is more healing. Fresh milk is twice as healing as refrigerated milk. I'm not saying refrigerated milk is bad. I'm not saying you shouldn't drink refrigerated milk, but I drank fresh milk for a year. It's twice as good. No, it does say short cheese stream, but under the category, it's gaming. It's gaming still. Why did Augenus say ACV is important when What does ACV do besides being like pineapple? Well, it's not like pineapple. It has amino acids that help chelate heavy metals and dissolve stuff in the body. In that respect, it's like pineapple, but it also chelates heavy metals. That's the other big reason apple cider vinegar is good. Really hard to come across fresh milk. Yeah, I know. It is. It is what it is, man. Did I drink vegetable juice today? No, I made vegetable juice today. That's right. I'm honestly looking forward to that tomorrow, though, genuinely. 6 likes, 7 viewers. Thank you for watching. Well, it's not that one is better than the other. It's just that they have different purposes. So, raw fat is better generally because it nourishes the body. Apple cider vinegar doesn't really nourish the body. Neither does olive oil because olive oil is silent. He walks unhindered through the picket lines today. He doesn't think to wonder why. It's deep. I missed your messages, RJ. Yeah, you're not supposed to drink apple cider vinegar on their own, by the way. You're supposed to at least put it in milk. Like if you want to do shots of apple cider vinegar, you put it in milk, like 2 ounces of milk, and then you shoot it down, and then you chase it with more milk. Rinse your mouth out. Is sunlight necessary for gut health? I'd argue it's just necessary for health in general. Favorite cut of meat taste wise? Mm, I don't know. Chicken thighs, sirloin. That's generally what I like. Got my Green Star Gold today. Made some carrot juice, but it made my throat and mouth itchy and scratchy like strep. Yeah, I mean you're not supposed to just juice carrot juice 100%. So that could be why. Um, if depending on where you got the carrots from, there could have been something on the carrots. Like at most grocery stores and supermarkets, they spray the produce with water mixed with an inline solution to kill bugs and stuff. So at the supermarket, your stuff is getting sprayed with pesticides and chemicals. If they have an inline solution with the water, you have to ask. They usually do. I know Kroger's, Walmart's, Giant Eagles. Basically, any of your big box supermarket stores have that. Whole Foods doesn't have it. Health food stores usually won't have it. So, yeah. Try adding some cream to your vegetable juice. You can eat you can mix carrot and milk. 50% carrot, 50% milk. You can do that. Yeah. 8 likes. 7 viewers. Thank you for hanging out. I used to raw dog ACV before full spoons and small shot classes often. I never got any tooth problems or anything. Wow, you're lucky. Whole Foods. Yeah, it was probably just like too much carrot juice. Yeah, if you add in carrot juice or beet juice to celery and parsley, it tastes a lot better, by the way. It's good to mix the juices. This is herd share meat, by the way. It's really good. Herd share is full, by the way, guys. So, herd share is full. Got like 26 people in there. So, pretty cool. He's scaling up, though, to accommodate dairy for the current members and eventually, more meat. Glad I got in while it was still fairly new. Yeah, everybody who got in like before got raised to $100 to sign up. They really lucked out. Because it's really great. It's just so good. You just get like fresh meat delivered to you. It's like, are you kidding? It really is the best meat, honestly. Like, I'm just raw dogging this, no problem. That's how good it is. I don't need any sauces. Just tearing through stuff. It's good. Exceptional flavor. I'm still unsure about the idea of kidney stones. I would love to be convinced they aren't a problem on the primal diet. Well, you should probably read the kidney stone sections in the book, and that will answer your question. How much coconut cream before it dissolves too much fat? I think he recommended several tablespoons a day. I don't know that number exactly because I don't eat a lot of coconut cream. It's not something I have a lot of experience with, so don't quote me on that. Just look it up on autogenous.net. But like when you start eating coconut cream, it's gonna be more detoxifying. It can have that kind of effect, and then you get used to it. So, it really just depends on your body and how much is too much. It's different for people. I purchased mainly dairy from the herd share. Not too big a fan of meat sitting in plastic for 2 to 3 days in shipping facilities. Well, I mean, heck, dude, it's kind of I understand, but if you're getting meat from the store, it's kind of the same thing. And it's not sprayed with anything, so there you go. ACV is actually yes, ACV is actually part of the remedy for kidney stones. Yeah. In the book, there's a remedy for kidney stones. I would suggest you look it up. If my coconut cream starts developing mold, is it fine for me to use? No. I would I would use it externally in your hair or your skin. If you're not going to swallow your toothpaste, it would be okay, but moldy it's risky. It's risky. I'd recommend if you put enough lime in your coconut cream, it preserves it. It also makes it more effective. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really eat a lot of apple cider vinegar or drink it. If I do sauces or sport formula, yes. But that's generally a summer thing. It's something I do in the summer.
So, um, if I need it for a remedy, I'll do it in the winter, but it's not, you know, that common. Will seed oil still cause heart attacks if you're just on the diet but no hot baths? No. As you put raw fats into your system, it'll clean it out. Why am I holding the meat like this? I don't know, man. I'm just holding it. I'm letting it warm up. I'm eating it with my hand and pulling, promote some forward growth in my bones, my face. That's how you get good forward growth, by the way. You just eat raw meat with your hands because you'll be pulling on it. It's going to help your neck and your jaw. So there's something you won't learn from Face IQ or, Clav. You'll learn how to, seize out on drugs from clavicular, but yeah. Yeah, how about that? I've been saying that. He's going to OD. His body's going to give out. He's going to die because he's just doing a bunch of drugs. Can actually confirm that works. Natural forward growth method. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's less silverware too, but at the same time, it's a little messy. You got to have like a towel or something, wipe the hand off so like stuff doesn't get greasy. I can't drive with the computer. Of course, now I'm handicapped because this darn this cheap mic stand. I'm sorry, this wonderful Chinese made, mic stand. It just couldn't cut the mustard to this beautiful Chinese made table. So I've got to switch this table out with another one. Get a more sturdy. Well, I'm going to test it first before I set it up. Otherwise, I might just find something to equip to here. Maybe I could use that TV. I think, yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'll just scooch that around. Proper drinking posture, immune. I've been immune for a few years now. Swallowing as well. The tip of the tongue on the arch of the palate, and then closing the gap between the tongue and the palate from front to back as you swallow. Yeah. Is this all the meat? Yeah, this is all the meat. Last few bites. What do I think about practicing martial arts? Yeah, I used to do Kyokushin karate, so yeah. I would train. I would train pretty much every day except Sunday. I'd have karate Mondays and Wednesdays, and then when we were preparing for fights, we'd have Saturday morning sessions. And so I was going 3 times a week, and then I was going to the gym, riding my bike to the gym, 40 minutes, an hour in the weight room, and then an hour of bag work and cardio and stuff. Generally, I would do like stretching, and then I would do the bag. I would hit the bag for 2 minutes, 2 minute rounds on the bag, and then I would take a break for a minute. But the break was just doing push ups and squats and things and sit ups. So I would like cool down with those exercises, and then I'd go back to doing the bag, and I would do that for about 30 minutes, and then after stretching, so yeah, that was my hour on the bag and stuff, and then I'd leave the gym, ride my bike home, and I did that pretty much like 4 or 5 days a week. So yeah, I mean, I used to train pretty intensely. Um, yeah, I mean, martial arts is good. It's good to learn. Gray or white hairs? Yeah, I guess that's what they tell me. I don't know for sure, but that's what they say. Wow, you might be the only primal dieter that actually knows how to fight then. Could be. I know how to kick real good, that's for sure. I mean, you know, you win fights, you lose fights. You knock people out, you get knocked out. It's just part of the game. That must change your bone structure because of the diet supply of nutrients. I feel like my face has gotten a little bit whiter. This channel is death, a better use of the primal diet knowledge than the face IQ guy whose channel is about this boy's face is prettier than the other boy's face. Yeah. I think all that looks maxing stuff is really sus. Because it's just really feminine looking men talking about like how cute they think other men are. It's really weird. I mean, if you were doing this stuff like when I was a kid like 20 years ago, people would beat you up and make fun of you. I'm not joking. People are actually a lot nicer nowadays, but yeah, if you tried to be a looks maxer in the big 2005, you would just get made fun of and beat up, dude. It would yeah, it'd be pretty brutal. And like your parents would send you parents would probably send you to therapy, and the dad would probably complain about, "Oh man, like my son is, turning gay. What do I do?" Now everyone's a little more accepting, but that's how it would be back in the day. It's it's just not productive, and it's really weird. It's very like antisocial. It's very strange. The fact that there's like just men like just like, young men doing that. It's insane. I'm not saying it's important to not look well and clean yourself up a little bit. Of course, I'm not doing very well in this regard. Look at my beard. This is out of control. I'm actually going to shave it this weekend, though. Well, not shave it, but trim it all off. Because I don't shave. But anyway, you know, yeah, it's important to take care of yourself. But really, at the end of the day, like, just because you look good doesn't really matter. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're doing something that matters, it doesn't matter if you're like dumb as a rock and you look good. Like people are gonna be like, yeah, like you're always passing out because you're lean maxing and taking all these research chemicals, and you're not effective. It's like, yeah, but I'm Mog. It's like, yeah, well, like you're passing out all the time and having seizures. So, like, no, you know, um, yeah. Every one of them with the clean shaven combo. Yeah, it's really weird that none of them have like chest on their hair. It's very like anti masculine. Like it's a level of narcissism, projection, and cope on a level I haven't seen in my years. Oh, you need to be a masculine. You need to be you need to start families and inject yourself with peptides, and you do the double jaw surgery. It's like what? Even the people who claim to be like primal and stuff, and they're doing, HGH. It's crazy. It's like, yeah, you're doing drugs, dude. Okay, great, good for you. It's just insane. I mean, I am judging, but I mean, you want to inject yourself with drugs and research chemicals. Okay, it's just weird to me. It just doesn't seem like a good idea, and it's not cohesive with people who are like, oh, nature. In nature, you ever find yourself in nature? What about in nature? What about in nature? And it's like take your own advice, son. You know. All right. Well, I'm not gonna eat that bit. Just sinew. Golly. Marcus' latest TikTok was him making fun of a guy minding his own business inside a train. Yeah. Huh. I'm not surprised. He. Yeah. It looks like everyone just makes fun of him though, which is pretty funny. Like when he reacted to my egg video, everybody in the comments was just making fun of him and saying how he was wrong. I think that was pretty funny. It's like, man, I don't even, not that I would waste my time, I don't punch down. People like that, they're punching up because they're nobodies, right? You know, um, and they'll react to a video of mine because, I mean, heck, I mean, like I've said, I've been doing this for 8 years. You know, I'm interesting enough, well spoken enough. I'm not saying I'm super attractive, but I'm I'm not like, it's not like I have a face for radio. Do you know what I'm saying? That someone would make a YouTube documentary about me. It's like, no one's going to make a YouTube documentary about you, dude, because you're not that interesting. It's like you just regurgitate what AI tells you to talk about. You put some stuff into your AI and you regurgitate it. What you say is true and blue eyes. What you'd say, hold on, let me read this. I can't read. What you'd say is true. Are blue eyes the only true eye color, or brown and blue and amber and blue? I don't know about that stuff. An iridologist told me I should have blue eyes. Currently, I have a mix of brown and green eyes. Um, yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably never get to blue because of how messed up my health was. Well, I shouldn't say, like, look, I mean, I could walk on two legs. I could swallow my food. I go to the bathroom, no problem, no pain. Some injuries, sure, but just a lot of pollution from the medical industry and pharmaceuticals. Just not the best lifestyle choices and habits. Eating and smoking. So I don't know if I'll ever get the blue eyes. I don't really care. I just don't want brown eyes. I'd like green eyes or hazel eyes. We'll see. We'll see. Those TikTok boys all need 2 to 3 years in Dagestan. Yeah, I would help. All these kids making primal videos channels, not really interested in hearing their opinion. I'd rather listen to someone who is 35 and has some years of life and experience on this diet too. Thank you. Some people may see it that way, but honestly, a lot of little kids will look at the people their own age and they'll say, "Oh, that's cool, man. That's so cool. GOATUS, man." You know, it is what it is. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that's how it is. That's just literally how it is. Yeah. I mean, I'm Unk, and some people like that, some people don't, and I don't care because I'm the one who co-founded and hosts the largest raw meat conference in the whole world. So you know, nobody else really does that, do they? So Yeah, I mean, I've also been doing this for 8 years. So, and I've been pretty transparent about it. I mean, you can go back to my TikToks, and I started making TikToks 6 years ago. So, you know, a lot of these people just jump on the diet and say they've been making videos. They've been making videos and say they've been doing the diet, but it's like, how do you really know? But I didn't really think about starting a YouTube channel because like I didn't have anything to say when I started in 2018. And Godus was, he was still kind of a big thing. And I was like, well, I don't really want to make content like this because he's already doing it. Like, I don't want to be a copycat. And it's like, I'm just starting this. But then, I downloaded TikTok at the end of 2019 because I was seeing these memes on the internet. And I said, man, these are some funny memes. Where are all these coming from? Where is all this stuff coming from? And then I found out, oh, TikTok. Oh, okay. So I downloaded TikTok and I downloaded TikTok just to watch TikToks. I didn't have like a real account. And then I just saw people like blow up and I was like, "Huh, that's interesting." And then I just thought like, "Oh, would it be funny if I made this video about eating raw meat?" Like I don't see that on here. So I started doing it. And yeah, I would go viral a little bit, 20,000 views, 30,000 views, 50,000 views, 90,000 views, just more and more. And then I just started to, hi. And then I just started documenting everything that I ate for science. And like I said, I mean, I've told this before, but basically, vegans, I would be combative with vegans, which I don't think is really good to do. I'm not a fan of that. I don't support that. And they would like mass report my account, and it was getting banned or in danger of being banned. So I stopped posting. Took my account private, and I kept posting, but like, and then I realized, man, my life is a lot better without this. So I just never like went and started posting a lot again. I don't know. I could always come out of retirement. Okay, you want a little meat? Big gub? Yeah, I'll give you this. If you make an more bite, you can have this one. I'll give you this one too because you're so cute. You're just a little gub. You're just little gubbers. You little gubby. Little mookies. You're just so cute. You're so yummy. Aren't they yummy meats? These are little mookies. They're my mookies. You want to wash my hand? Okay. That was underwhelming. I gotta wash this rag. Does it smell? No, it doesn't smell, thankfully, but it does need to be washed. Yeah, there was a little piece of meat here. You sniffing it? I just stepped on it by accident. Okay. How long have we been streaming? An hour and 15. Okay. Well, we're gonna keep going. We got 13. We got momentum. We got momentum, guys. All right. Agenus himself was 60 when he published his book, Wisdom Come with Age. Yes. Are non-organic coconuts okay? Yes. Do you have any local acquaintances besides your family that know about your lifestyle? Yeah, some people. The guy I did property management for, I was just eating eggs, cleaning an apartment, and like I didn't realize, like I didn't even think about it. But he was like, was that raw eggs? I said, yeah. And I was telling him about it, and he was like, oh, that's interesting. And there was another guy there, older guy. His name's Bill. He's just a good old boy. He does everything, but he's old and he's like, and he smokes. He drinks Sunny D and eats fast food every day, and lean guy, healthy guy. He he just keeps going. He's like, "We're all gonna die someday." He says in that raspy smoker's voice. It's like, yeah, but that's not really why I do it. Because like I could die tomorrow and I'd be happy. I'd be fine with that. It's just so I can just live well. Because you don't want to like live and just be in pain and misery all the time. Like have to go to the doctor. That would suck. So anyway, yeah, and then like yeah, some people, some friends. I mean, of course, I had some friends stop talking to me. But honestly, that happened during COVID too. So that might have been another reason. A lot of fracturing there, socially, politically, which whatever. Um, yeah, but yeah, a few people, but I don't really care. Unless you're doing a "What I Eat in a Day" video, it's lame. Yeah, yeah. I even made a "What I Eat in a Day" video, and I'm not eating anything in it. I just explain what I eat. The thing about this diet is that dogs are going to be eyeing your food even more than usual. Yeah, it's true. No explaining it at all. Yeah. Do you think putting your kids in martial arts growing up is important so they can be humbled? They don't turn into those Marcuses and Solar UCC on TikTok. Um, I'm gonna put my kids in martial arts so they can beat up other kids and assert their dominance. That's why. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I'm honestly, because here's the thing. I look back on my life and you say, "Oh, I have no regrets." The things I regret are not like fighting people more when I was a kid. You know, and like I would stick up for myself, and I was pretty like pretty good at the being crazy and just saying things and just like freaking people out. But I really wish that like there's at least 3 instances I can think off the top of my head where I wish I would like beat somebody up, and I was in the right. I would have been in the right. And I just think like, yeah, if you're young, if like you're not 18, if you're a minor and you can get in scuffles and fights, do it. Do it because one, it's going to teach you something. Two, you're going to stand up for yourself, and that's a good thing. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to teach my kids martial arts. I'm going to teach them how to beat up other people, not to indiscriminately go around to beat people up. Don't get me wrong, but to stick up for yourself. You know, um, like um yeah, I mean, if someone like isn't leaving you alone or leaving someone else alone, that, just that like that bully stuff. And you just go over and you're like, hey, just be like, hey man, like back off. And then what are you gonna do about it? And it's like, well, like kick your inner thigh and then punch you in the throat and then throw you on the ground. And then I'm gonna hit you until you stop moving. That's what my that's what my grandpa told my dad, and that's what my dad told me. He said, if you get in a fight, don't stop hitting them until they stop moving. So that's what I'm going to tell my kids. But yeah, martial arts is really good for the whole body too because I found the biggest thing with martial arts, the biggest things was awareness of my body and my muscles. I learned to like sense and control every single muscle in my body in a way. Like I can find out like um I've been tight in my hips recently, and I just was laying down flat on the ground like I do quite a bit. And I was like just thinking like, and just sensing and feeling, and then I thought, okay, it's like my legs tight. How do I do this? And I relaxed, and then I just turned my foot a certain way, and then I felt pain, like a stretching pain in my hip to my quads, and I was like, ooh, yeah, there it is. And then I just kind of relaxed and breathed into that stretch. So, like, intuitively, my body has this awareness because I've learned to use it all constructively for a certain thing. That's the kata. That's in the forms in karate, the kata are very important. A lot of people overlook them because they say, "Oh, that's just for show," but honestly, it's really more for training and stance work and strengthening the body. because it isn't easy to do. If you do it right, it's not easy to do, and you'll sweat, and it's a workout. And what it does is it conditions the body into moving in different instances. There's also patterns that are like defensive moves you would use in realistic situations: grabs, pulls, blocks, and strikes. Just very fundamental things. So, the other thing is that martial arts, at least in Kyokushin, it helped my body become stronger in a way that is, it's almost like, powering up in Dragon Ball Z. Like, you get warmed up and you can fight. Like, I'm out of shape now, but I've gone and sparred and stuff. And like the first round will be hard, but then I get momentum and it's like I get stronger, I get more wind. And that's because I train my body to do that through karate, through Kyokushin, through martial arts. So there's that aspect as well. Generally that only comes from like full contact training, but yeah, I mean you still got the other benefits if you're not doing that, but to just train, Masoyama, the guy who started Kyokushin, he was old, and when people would fight and spar with him, they said he would get like stronger as he would fight people. Like you're just building your power and your momentum. So that's something else I learned in martial arts. And yeah, is the spirit. It's hard to put into words, but if you talk to other black belts or even higher level people or people who have competed, you'll know they'll understand what I'm saying, and you'll understand. They'll be like, yeah, they'll explain the same thing, maybe in a different way. Even before I was in the diet, my father accidentally broke a raw egg and then he drank it in front of us and said, "This is what men eat." Very true, very based. I think if I put my kids in Muay Thai, it would be at least 80% less chance of them turning into pieces of scum like Godas. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Muay Thai's okay. I'm pretty biased, but yeah. I just think Muay Thai doesn't give a good here's the thing. Traditional Muay Thai is outdated. A lot of the top Muay Thai fighters, the what's it called? Not arithmetic. The authentic, the authentic Muay Thai fighters, they're losing. The Thai superstars, they're losing to Russians because Russians are integrating boxing and boxing footwork into Muay Thai, and the they're beating the Thai boxers because the Russian boxing is very dynamic and it's different than the Thai boxing. Because like all these Muay Thai fighters from Thailand are training Muay Thai to fight Muay Thai, but when someone brings boxing into the mix with Muay Thai, it's a little unpredictable. And they're beating these Thai people. They're beating the Thai. The Russians are beating the Thai. Russia has some of the best fighters in the world, by the way. Um, but anyway, I digress. And Muay Thai is limited on kicks because they don't do snap kicks. All the kicks are from the leg, which isn't bad, so to speak. But in karate, you learn more kicks. You learn a greater dynamic range of kicks, which is very Damn, I'm muted. I was dropping knowledge there. I should go to Dagestan, save my mustache, and go to Dagestan. The only one I wouldn't do is BJJ. Too much friction, if you know what I mean. Yeah, BJJ is a waste of time. Yeah, I was talking to myself. It's this button. So it's just a. I don't even have to click anything, which is deceiving. So okay, so I'll hold it like this. But anyways, I was talking. As I was saying, the karate kick is more dynamic and versatile than Muay Thai kick. The Muay Thai kick is like a bat. It's like using a bat. You're just kicking from the hip. The leg is stiff. It's solid. Um, it's a solid kick, but the downside is that it's easier for someone to grab it because it's slower. The karate kick is faster and it's just as powerful. Um, when you're chambering your leg, it creates a snap kick, whether that's with the ball, the foot, the top of the foot, the shin, whatever. Um, but there's power in this and speed. It's harder to catch a kick if you rechamber the leg. So, like, you're coming here, like, this is the leg. Okay, this is the leg. The Thai kick is like bam, 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 bam. It's one solid piece. But the karate kick is chambered, unchambered. So, it's like a whip. It comes in and comes out. Wham, wham, wham. And so my head is the center line, or the mic is the center line. And when you're kicking, the knee, this point, the knee, it'll cross the center line. And then you kick and you chamber it. You kick and then you chamber it. The knee, when the knee passes the center line, that means the kick is going to go through the target. You see the difference? With a Muay Thai kick, you're kicking through, but it's just one bat. But with the snap kick, it's a little different and it's quicker. A little bit more explosive energy. Yes. So yeah, no, the Taekwondo kick is not stronger than a karate kick. Sorry to say. Because Taekwondo does have snap kicks, but they do tend to use the Muay Thai kick style more. I mean, Taekwondo comes from karate. You understand? Taekwondo is just kind of a watered down karate. That's all it is. So, Taekwondo was invented, I think, in the late 50s, the 60s. I think. I don't want to say the 70s. I think it was the 50s. But yeah, Taekwondo is just watered down karate, pretty much. Wow, it would be nice if it just told you when it was invented when you pull it up. Oh, 1945, yeah. Korean martial arts, martial artists with backgrounds in Japanese and Chinese martial arts. Yeah. Karate, judo, kendo. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it just comes from karate, pretty much. Yeah. So, yeah. But yeah, but no, the karate kick in terms of karate, Ishin Ryu, Gojin Ryu, Kyokushin. Those are like the only, I mean, maybe old school Shotokan. Those are like the only karate styles worth, messing with. Ishin Ryu, Yuche Ryu is interesting, but I don't think they have any good schools here in the United States. Goju Ryu, Kyokushin, Kyokushin derivatives. How does a snap kick cause more damage than an MMA kick that goes through? Because the snap kick goes through as well. The snap kick, like I said, you look at the center line on a fighter, okay? You're trying to cut through the center line. When you throw a kick, your knee is chambered, right? So when your knee passes the center line, you're already through the target, and then you snap the kick then, and then you're snapping it back. So it is harder. Should I eat starches if I can't digest enough fat? I don't understand. What do you mean you can't digest enough fat? You should try eating some pineapple with the fat and see if that helps. If you need starches in your diet medicinally for other reasons, then by all means go ahead. Just eat it with fat. You can't just eat starches plain. You need to eat starches with fat. So, tornado kick, yes, tornado kick. It does look cool. Um, it's also a karate kick. You just, yeah, you step through, you fake a kick, and you use that first spin for momentum on the second go around. So, Steven Seagal, Master Martial Arts. Why would you caution against BJJ? I'm not cautioning against it. I'm just saying it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time to learn. Unless you're competing in mixed martial arts or Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Brazilian jiu-jitsu is a waste of time to learn. It is not an effective self-defense martial art. Um, Judo and wrestling are much better to study because of the conditioning, the mental and physical conditioning, but also because it's more practical. Brazilian jiu-jitsu is not practical because you're on the ground. The last place you want to be in a self-defense situation is on the ground. Period. It doesn't matter if you have training in jiu-jitsu or not. The last place you want to be is on the ground. No matter if you're a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt, it doesn't matter. You don't want to, it's not useful. Judo and wrestling are where you shine on the ground, or getting people to the ground and maintaining a dominant position. Brazilian jiu-jitsu is also not very strenuous, so you're not getting good physical conditioning. I've been to jiu-jitsu classes, not a lot, but I've been to a few, and I was not impressed. I was not tired after them. You can wear those headgear. You can wear the headgear with the wrestling stuff. That's what I would do. But yeah, like wrestling, like it's the strength, the physical conditioning, the mental conditioning. Like I said, wrestling, and then judo. I would say judo's good for throwing and using people's weight against you. So, like judo can help you stay on your feet, or you can be in a dominant position on the ground. But Brazilian Jiu Jitsu doesn't really teach you that. It just teaches you how to deal with other Jiu Jitsu people, which is fine, but it's not good for self defense. Let's be real. Um, so the thing is, it's like learning a good. It's called konsetsu geri. It's a side kick. It's a side kick that goes down. It's someone's knee. Getting really good at that is is more is way more effective than learning how to do jujitsu. Because if someone's aggressing you and they're not backing up and they start hitting you, if you give them a well placed side kick to the front of their knee, you're gonna break their leg in half, literally, and the fight's over. You break the knee, you walk away. It's that easy. It takes 12 pounds of pressure to hit someone in the front of the knee and to break their leg. And that's an average person. If someone's training and they're very strong, it's going to take more than that. But that's why you train this kick and you get good at it. Because if you do that, you're not going to have to worry about anybody getting doing anything to you because their leg is going to be in front of them. First of all, it's going to be closest to you, and you can make that kick in so many different ways while you're backing up, while you're going to the side, that it's a very fluid movement. And you break the leg and the fight's over. No one's going to be able to fight you if half their leg is broken, okay? And that's it. They're going to be screaming on the ground in pain. and you're done. You walk away. That's it. You put your hands up. Oh, hey man, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. Keep backing up. Keep backing up. When you take that last step backwards, you just pick up that knee. You just pick up that knee and drive it down. You drive that foot into their knee. And it's over. They're not going to see it coming because most people who are aggressive are not trained. And that's it. It's over. No one's going to see it coming. If you have the hands up on the face, you're moving your hands. They're going to be looking at your hands. They're not going to be looking at your feet. It's over. I'm telling you. Not a door kick. It's a side kick. It's a side kick. Side kick. Like that. Side kick. But it's going down. I can't do it. Hold on, I'll stand up. I'll show you guys. Give you a demonstration. Side kick. Just like that. Just right at someone's knee. See that? Like that. Just right at someone's knee. Whoa, 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 whoa. Pew! Done. See? Backing up. I don't want to fight. 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 Stop. Stop. And just watch the feet. Well, the legs. You can't see my feet. So, no, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. 1, 2. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. Okay, this step, this is where I'm planting. Now I'm driving. And it's over. Break the knee, walk away. That's simple. Because they're not going to see it coming, guys. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Why do you promote vegan juices and make people unhealthy? We only need organs to thrive. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. I envy so much men that know how to fight. Aren't you afraid of potential injury during risk fighting and sparring? Nah, I mean, I broke my finger once. I've rolled my toe a few times. I've hurt my wrist. I've had injury in this wrist, tendon injury, because I took a knee to the side of my hand. Like when I was blocking a knee, I got kneed right there, and it's always been kind of weak. Into their inner knee. No, not their inner knee. If they're walking at you forward, they're aggressing you. They're walking at you like this. Their knees are right here. So you're driving your foot into the knee backwards like that. Down. This joint. That's where the kick's going. To the front of the knee, down all the way through. Like I said, 12 pounds of pressure right here. Forward from the front. 12 pounds of pressure this way. Breaks the leg. That's all you need. So, hair loss protocol. I have no idea. None of that stuff works, in my opinion. Some people might be getting results from it, but I never did. I'm just kind of lazy. I don't really care, you know? If I can have, I figure I'll probably have most of my hair until I'm 50, maybe 45. I got another 10 years. And honestly, it's pretty likely they'll use AI to solve hair loss in 10 years. Of course, who knows? Energy lockdowns, drafted for war I don't really want to fight in. You know, who knows what's going to happen. So, digital IDs and getting microchipped, Agenda 2030. Who knows what's going to happen, man? Got more important things to worry about than hair loss. I don't, whatever, dude. If I lose my hair, like, so what? I have a good head. So, not worried about it. Hey there, doggy. I like the infrared light. It's kind of warm. Okay. 2 hours? Oh, hour 40. We'll go another 20 minutes. Another 20 minutes. Oh, I've got to plug in my Is it being charged? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh, it is plugged in. Okay, good. I was worried. I thought my computer wasn't plugged in. Yeah. I need to answer this question. You would look I would look badass being completely bald and having a beard. Elon Musk wants to put chips inside our brains. Yes, he does. Thank you. Yeah. People tell me I look intimidating. I don't like to tell people I look intimidating, but people tell me I look intimidating or I'm, just kind of aggressive. And I don't mean to be, honestly, but I think that's pretty funny. And I guess I use it to my advantage sometimes now that I know that. I mean, I just feel like, just kind of like an autistic chud, I'm like a carefree autistic chud deep down, but people look at me and they see like I'm no monster, I guess. I just give off this, I don't know. It is what it is. I think it's kind of cool. All right, we need to set this here for a sec. So, yeah, Chud Max. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's me. What can I say? I'm just a chud at heart. I've always been a chud. Once a chud, always a chud. Hey, it is what it is, man. Will the real Slim Chuddy please stand up? I would stand up, but I just sat down. So I was standing up. So dirty are my feet. Oh, they're not too bad. That's good. The nail's kind of breaking there. Hey, big man. You're so cute. What a sweet guy. What a sweet guy. You want to get into kicks, you need to be able to do pull ups or handstands? No, you don't need to do any of that stuff. You just have to, just like, do movements like, let me think. Just doing like stances, right? A horse stance. It's called Zen Kutsudachi stance, front stance. Just doing like those stances and holding them for like 3 minutes. You probably can't. If you try to do those stances and hold them for 3 minutes, you won't be able to. I'd be surprised if you could, but that's a good training, good workout. Stretching, just doing the kicks. Like just find the kicks you want to learn and just do them slowly. That's honestly the best way to make strength in your legs and to get good at kicks is to do them slowly. Um, yeah, just like lifting your leg up, you know, like this, like just lifting and holding. Honestly, like just starting here, like as all kicks start here, and then just like slowly front kick, slowly. And this is pretty hard actually. And then just like, slowly coming back, just slowly. And even just like raising your leg, just like here, just basic side kick, just slowly raising the kicks, just slowly raising the legs. You'll feel the muscles, you'll feel everything working, the glutes, the hamstrings. Um, just doing stuff like that slowly, just building up that awareness, building it up. And just static stretching helps with strength. It's not my dog, but yeah. When I give him food, he likes to come and lay down here. But they, like I said, they also like the infrared light. It does give off a little bit of heat from this distance, even. So, yeah. They just come crash on my couch, though. They don't really like to be in my bed, which I understand. They're not my dogs, so. A lean primal, sure. You know, not probably not the most pleasurable, the most enjoyable thing to do, but I'm sure they're out there. Not for very long though. They'll start like cooking their meat and stuff because they like the taste or something. It's crazy. Crazy. Oh, the smoke is sour. I don't like that. Not a good kind of sour. It's like the sour that when milk ferments in the fridge, it tastes much worse than if you just let it sit on the counter. It tastes more sour to me. So we're gonna let this one sit out. And I don't really like eating butter plain. I like to wash it down with milk. Honestly, and get it down there. Get her done. 13 viewers, 12 likes. Amazing. Yeah, I gotta say my channel's kind of been popping off ever since Leo had me on. Appreciate that. Primal nephew. Primal nephew paying his respects. He will be rewarded. A lot of these primals they don't really want to respect their elders, so they just won't receive blessings. Blessings and bountiful harvests is what it is. But yeah, like I'm kind of surprised my primal diet doesn't work video got, well, it's kind of a clickbait title, but yeah, almost 2,000 views. That's pretty great. I think the egg video is probably the one that, which one was that? How many views did that get? Eggs, yeah, that's 2,200 views. Yeah, that's pretty good. You should shave your head and wear a floral shirt, then you'd be looking like Max Payne guy in the favelas of Brazil. I don't know what that is. I could go for the Master Roshi look, honestly. Get some big shades and grow a long white beard, get the floral shirts. It'd be like Master Roshi. Yeah. I don't know. You guys are probably too young to watch Dragon Ball Z, like OG Dragon Ball Z. But yeah, that's who I thought of. Yeah. Yes. Happy Easter. Yeah, someone said that earlier. I missed it. I'm sorry. Happy Easter though. I the chat's a little more busy than usual. It's a little hard to keep up with sometimes. Yeah. Hair loss formula did not work. I don't know. It might be working for some people, but it didn't work. Didn't work for me. So, at least not in the thing. Whatever. How many people are signed up for the conference so far? At least 30. Last time I checked. It's probably a little higher now. But yeah, we got 30 people signed up already. We'll probably get to 60. So, would you go and live in Japan and marry a Japanese lady? No. I wouldn't marry a Japanese lady. I don't think I could. Too much cultural differences. Maybe if she was half Japanese, I don't know. I don't know. Like I dated a girl who was half Cuban. you know, that was fine. She was half German, half Cuban. Um, yeah, yeah. Anyway, yeah, maybe she was half Japanese, but I don't know. I'm yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm probably gonna. I mean, guys, I'm a stone cold Sigma with a. I'm a no, I'm a lonely Sigma with a. I'm a stone cold Sigma with a lonely heart. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die alone, guys. I'm chud maxing, so let's not. I'm not gonna make. I'm not gonna get my hopes up. Am I Hispanic? Oh, is he Hispanic? I don't know. That would check out. Phoenix is the guy who's been on the diet the longest. Um, I think he's been on the diet 25 years. I think he started when he was 35. He's 60 now. There's a guy named Steve, and I think he's been on it maybe a little longer. I don't know if Jeff was on it a year longer. Like, there's a lot of people in Asheville who lived in this commune village thing, and Augenis traveled there like way back in the day, and they hosted him. And that's how. And Augenis talks about this in the Q and A's. He goes to this vegetarian vegan place, and that's where this was. And some of those people started the diet back then. This was like '99, so I think there might be one guy, Steve. His name's Steve. He's a pretty cool guy, but he's been on the diet a long time. Looks really healthy. But yeah, like him, like Steve, Phoenix, Jeff, Tom is another one. They're all well. Jeff wasn't in the Eagle Village, but he's been on the diet a long time. He used to travel around with Augenis everywhere, and they've been on the diet a long time. Um, Owanza has been on the diet for like 40 years. Louis Kangami was Augenis's best friend. He's been on the diet for 40 years. He's like 80. Unc, please tell us about meat. Um, I look like Phoenix. Maybe, maybe a little bit. It's probably just the beard, honestly. But we have different eyes and nose and face. Why isn't liver good for the cornea? It's not. You got to put the egg whites in there. Are you allowed to share their experiences, or is this limited to the Primal Diet Conference? Honestly, I don't really know too much about their experiences. Um, I think 11 of those viewers in chat are all resident alts. Amazing. What a kid. Um, I don't really know too much about Steve. I just know he's been on the diet a long time. Jeff was like really sick, and he was doing all this traditional Chinese medicine stuff, and then he found the Augenis and he got better. And Phoenix started the diet because his girlfriend at the time had Lyme disease, and she started the diet, or maybe she had cancer. I don't remember, but she had something wrong with her, really wrong with her, and they started the diet together, and he's been on it ever since. So that's pretty much the basic gestalt of them. Yeah. So Tom, I don't know how much about Tom. I just know he's been on the diet and he's a real chill guy. He's going to be doing woodworking at the conference, and like we're going to build a hot tub and raffle it off. So we're going to build a natural hot tub and raffle it off. What about the Iranian guy who was on the diet for a long time? I don't know who that is. Oh, Ibrahim? He's not really been on the diet. He's been on and off the diet. He doesn't really, because he's been in and out of prison. So, am I anti liver? No. No, I mean it's not liver. I mean it can kind of help. It can kind of help, but I mean it's better to just do the egg whites and the eyes, honestly, and just eat a good diet. I mean, any type of meat you eat is going to help your body. So, but it's different times, different types help different parts more than others. So, you just need to read the books. Why do they keep saying Phoenix is hiding the last books Audrins was making? Because they don't know what they're talking about. We don't have anything like that. If Phoenix had the books, he would release them. Like, we're not hiding anything. It's just jealous haters, honestly. So, it's actually David Frazier and Paul Kroom who are hiding the data. They have the data, they have the hard drives. So, you know, it's just, jealous haters, jealous of what we're doing the conference. And, some people just want to be the only game in town, but it's like not the way they see it. So, like, they just want to make, other people look bad to make themselves look good and relevant. Is there anything specific they've experienced after reaching a certain level of health? I don't know. They're all like 60, and they're all like pretty, like Tom works construction and he's 60 years old. So, I mean, and he has like, he's very like with it. He's not slowing down. He's a healthy guy. Phoenix works on a farm. He's got a farm. So, like, I mean, you know, they've got all their hair. I don't know all these old bald primals don't have, um these old primals aren't bald. Maybe my hair will grow back. I don't know. Why won't they release the files? I don't know, man. I don't talk to those people. Well, they don't really talk to people anyway. I mean, if you want to pay them like a couple $1,000 for iridology, they'll talk to you, but they're not going to give you the files. Leo, how's the Insta baddie you DM'd on stream? Good for him. Good for him. Was it a primal baddie? Was it some pruz? Was Leo rizzing up the pruz? Pruz is primal huz, by the way. I want more milk. We're gonna end this. So, who's the Leo alt? I don't know. I don't know if there's a Leo alt in here. I don't think there is. He doesn't like to stay up late because he was complaining. He was in one of my live streams. He just comes and like he comments on his main account. I don't think he's on the alt. They are hiding something groundbreaking. I don't think that, dude. Because look, like David was pulling stuff to write books, like the eggs and cheese book and the bath book. David had the drives, and if there was anything groundbreaking, they would have put it in those books. When they made them like 8-9 years ago. So I don't think there's anything groundbreaking. It's just speculation to get people like riled up about something. Honestly, I really don't believe there's anything groundbreaking in there. Honestly. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but that's my personal opinion. And the thing is even if this stuff does get released, no one's ever going to be happy because people are always going to say, "Oh, but you're hiding something." That's always going to be the narrative. "Oh, you're hiding something. You're hiding something." It's like, "No, we released everything." If they ever do, they could say, "Well, we released everything," but no one's going to believe them. So, it's really just kind of a crapshoot. But no, there's nothing. I really don't think there's anything groundbreaking. Honestly, I don't believe there is. Because honestly, he would have talked about something in the Q&A. He would have mentioned this. His last Q&A was in June, I think, of 2013, and then he died 3 months later. So he didn't find anything out that remarkable or groundbreaking at 3 months before he died. Honestly, just honestly, just if you think about it for like 3 seconds. Why do farmers have such scary strength? Because it's time under tension. They're moving animals, they're hauling equipment, they're hauling goods, that's how you get strong. Do you think Augenis already found out absolutely everything, or did he find out more in his lab? Well, his lab closed down well before any of this stuff happened because I think a company bought the lab and he lost all of his research. Phoenix was actually in one of Augenis's last studies. Phoenix was sending in stool samples to Arizona State University, I believe, something in the Southwest. He was sending in samples to this university to be analyzed and compiled. This was going to be a study, but then Augenis died, so it never got finished. But yeah, I don't think he found anything out in his lab. His lab was gone. He didn't have a lab. He contracted with a lab, so that's different than him having a lab. That was my understanding. I could be wrong, but that was my understanding. Was he contracted with a company to do his research? I don't think he found everything out. I don't think everybody can find absolutely everything out, you know. But it is what it is. I mean, we're not going to find out everything. So, after a certain number of years on the diet, you will reach nirvana and consciousness to ascend to a new dimension. No, I don't believe that. Would I eat fecal matter? No. I've watched my video about the conference when I do the welcome and my introduction. I won't eat fecal matter. I don't care if I'm dying. I don't care if I'm dying, I'll die. So what? Not doing that. We're not eating fecal matter. No, thank you. I don't want to live that bad. That's not nice. Suppository formula thoughts. I've used it before when I was struggling with insomnia. I was desperate to try anything, and it helps relax you. That's for sure. And yeah, it's just kind of cumbersome to do. I mean, it's just food. Like it's just food you're putting in your body. So I mean, what is it? Cream, coconut cream, honey, butter. That's it. Yeah, I remember saying he barely scratched the surface, saying he would need multiple lifetimes to learn more of what he wanted to do. Yeah, I mean, towards the end of his life, I heard from Paul Kroom that Augenis said he wanted to stop consulting people and stop publishing books because he was sick of it and he wanted to do more artistic stuff and more acting. So, I think he was kind of tired doing all this and dealing with people, honestly, the Cathys of the world, and doing a bunch of lawsuits. I haven't put myself in a position where I'm on the brink of death. Yeah, I mean, if I was on the brink of death, I'm not I'm not I'm not eating fecal matter. I'm just going to die. If I die, it solves all my problems. I'm totally okay with that. I'm a certified freak. No, I'm not. I maybe your mind is going to a place that is in the gutter, but the suppository formula is just coconut cream, dairy cream, butter, and honey. That's it. I mean, if you eat that, it's fine. It's not a big deal. You're just eating the foods you would normally eat. He was also saying herbs were another area he hadn't explored much, but he wanted to. Yeah. Wignats, no. Wignat cringe is it's Wignat cringe. I have a lot of insomnia. I would go to work even if I didn't sleep for a day. I cannot lose this position. Yeah, I've been there. It sucks. Try to sleep in the evening before midnight. So like try to sleep from like 7 to 12 and then wake up. Try to sleep like those 5 hours before you wake up normally. That's what I wish I could have done. My schedule didn't allow for it though, but yeah. So that's what I would suggest is try to sleep from like 7 o'clock at night to 12 in the morning and then wake up. If you can get 5-6 hours of sleep a day, you'll be all right. I mean, I could only when I tried to sleep at night, I would only get like 4 hours max. What are you guys talking about? I talked to him about it. He would be open to trying it. Are you sure you're posting in the right chat? That's crazy. Yeah, okay. So we're 2 hours now. Oh, you're not Leo. Yeah, of course you're not Leo. Leo comes in here on his account. He doesn't have to use an alt account. I know him. He's not. It's fine. So last call, because I'm wrapping this up. And I'm giving you the courtesy of that. I'm giving you the courtesy of I'm wrapping it up. So you need to last call for questions. But good night. I mean, happy Easter, all that jazz. I'm getting eepy. Had a long day today. Did a lot of your work. He actually has a lot of alts. Really? I don't believe you. You're just pulling my leg. Uh, Can you make lube for me though with moldy butter? Yes. Okay, thanks. Yeah. All right. Well, happy Easter, everybody. One thing I want to say is, do you guys know in Doom, the old Doom game on the computer, the shooting game, the original one? Like, I swear they recorded people's like gurgling stomach noises and then use that for the Doom sounds. Because like I get this like noise in my stomach that like gurgles, and it sounds just like the Doom monsters. So I don't know. I just had to put that out there. And happy Easter. One last ad for the road. GN.